Go, Jack. You need to wake up. That will lead you to Okumba.
Uh-oh. What happened here? Ugh, giant arms. If I think about the powerful handshake they're capable of, I start shaking. Strange. A large man with the head of a carp. The fog is enclosing Skullcracker as if it was trying to shut him out of here.
Ha ha ha!
Ah, he can still hear me. Guess he can't see me anymore. That won't work. A large man with the head of a carp. Ah, he can still hear me. Guess he can't see me anymore. A giant hopping shoe with a loudspeaker. My subconscious comes up with some pretty weird stuff. No more crazy hopping for you, Sue. The laws of physics seem to follow different rules here. All right, the noise is really getting on my nerves. Where's the off switch?
还有，如果有人看到 Jack Keane， 请把他解放回牢房去。请所有德国囚犯
That doesn't seem to work.
场内搭建啤酒节帐
He
篷。
can't see anything. Ah, I can get past him.
我们警告所有囚犯，不准用灯照杀。
Oh, monkeys. Why is it always monkeys? I hate those guys. Sometimes I wake up from nightmares where these plants are eating my last tea leaves. Sit! Good boy. You're such a well-behaved, smelly old shoe. Fall, he said. That's my worst nightmare. But I guess it has to be. Whoa! What is that?
Chinese prison guards, the toughest in the world. This will be difficult. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen.
注意！注意！有人要逃走，快把门锁上！
Huh, that was easier than I thought. Let's see. Ah, fresh sponge. I don't want to know what these towels were last used to dry. A prison guard's clothing. Size XXS. Ugh, too small even for me. guard's uniform. I don't want to know what these towels were last used to dry. Ugh, smelly, sticky, scummy clothes. I'm already sorry I touched. Heavy grate. Looks indestructible. The shower's probably used to be used for sewage. Yep, there's something about a hot, relaxing shower. But not now. I don't want to shoot at that. I don't want to shoot at that. I don't want to shoot at that. Ugh, that green stuff is slimy. How could anyone even try to get clean in these showers? Something's wrong. I should try something else. Better not. Something's wrong. A small key for the main door of the showers. I should try something else. I should try something else. I should lock the door, but there's no bolt. That should keep them distracted. Well done, Amanda. Okay, I don't need this cover anymore.
哦，惨了！阿王，快
classic
丢条毛
rag
巾给我！弟兄
Made
们，
in
快去
China.
买武器！我们就要
Brand
挡住
new.
这个入侵者！
Until I've rescued Jack, they're staying in here.
滚出去！这是男子浴室。
I'm gonna have to find another way to unlock it. Unlocked.
哦，惨了！阿王，快丢条毛巾给我！
Stop! Who goes there? That shoe size 8 I worn by feet I never heard before.
I am Hong. I'm new here. And yes, I have, small feet.
Hong? What? A female guard? Oh, just like I always said, in the next century the world will go to the dogs. Although a helping hand is always welcome, I suppose.
What are you doing here?
Well, there's plenty of documents left that need to be stamped. That's my job. Don't even think about questioning my abilities just because I'm a little bit visually challenged.
Are you the only guard on duty down here?
I'm the only one who is taking his duties seriously. Everybody else took off to watch the fight in the arena.
Isn't this a lonely place for an office?
Well, they told me I should work as far away as possible from everyone else. For safety reasons. No idea what they meant by that.
Why aren't you watching the fight?
Because of Skullcracker. I hate his guts. Can't stand his roar. I hear him all the time because he keeps on winning. Every time he yells, I feel I want to burst. Literally. And today, he'll roar again because he bound to win again. Jack Keane's skull will soon be a wet noodle.
Jack? I mean, I'd love to see that. How do I get there?
Forget it. The fight will be over before you arrive. A few years ago, we had direct access to the arena from the corridor around the corner, but some prisoners used it to escape, and so it was bricked up. Back to work. Are you stealing from me? From my blind man? Shame on you!
This device is used to tell things to the other guards. High quality wood. Very nice.
Hey, what are you doing? Get your hands off my stuff!
The same chaos is on the ground. Papers everywhere. Will anyone ever sort them out? There's an explosive warning label on the bottle. Looks like nitroglycerin. I should be careful. Something's wrong. Combine this with that. Yes, looks good. Something's missing. I should try something else. Better not. I should try something else. I should try something else.
Don't interrupt me. Can't talk. Have to work. Have to stamp.
How interesting. I already have a club. I don't need another one. Huh. A smelly, clean, and dry. Combine this with that. Yes, looks good. Combine this with that. Yes, looks good. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Better not. That's a locked, heavy door, but the lock's rusted and weak. Yeah! I already have a club. I don't need another one. I hope. A bricked up door. Guess it used to lead directly to the arena. That makes no sense. I should try something else. Something's missing. I should try something else. Better not. Better not. A guard's uniform. A naturally grown sponge. It's a load of Chinese money. My new Winchester. Ultimate precision. A bricked up door. Guess it used to lead directly to the arena. I should try something else. That makes no sense.
Don't interrupt me. Can't talk. Have to work. Have to stamp.
哦，惨了！阿王，快丢条毛巾给我。弟兄们，快去拿武器！我们一定要挡住这个入侵者。
Until I've rescued Jack, they're staying in here. I should try something else. I should try something else.
哦，
Something's
惨了
wrong.
阿王，快！
Something's wrong.
哦，惨了！阿王，快丢条毛巾给我！哎，求求你，我家里还有老婆和孩子。哎，求求你，我家里还有老婆和孩子。弟兄们，快去拿武器！
Too high.
我们一定要挡住这个入侵者。
I don't want to shoot at that.
弟兄们，快去拿武器！我们一定要挡住这个入侵者。
Ugh, that green stuff is slimy. Better not. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. A guard's uniform.
哦，惨了！阿王，快滚出去！这是男子浴室。
A naturally grown sponge. It's used for personal hygiene, but probably not by Jack. The prison seems to have so much money that nobody cares about the water bill.
Oh, 哦，惨了！阿王，快丢条毛巾给我！
A complicated system of less complicated pipes. A complicated system of... I don't want to shoot at that. I already have a club. I don't need another one. I hope. That makes no sense. I already have a club. I don't need another one. I hope.
Don't interrupt me. Can't talk. Have to
I
work.
can't take the
Have
stamp
to
when it's
stamp.
being used.
Oh, where is that bloody stamp? Have I lost it again?
Looks like he has to stamp quite a lot. I should try something else. I should try something else. That makes no sense. Something's wrong. I don't want to shoot at that. Looks like he has to stamp quite a lot.
Sounds like I lost my stamp again. I can't work like this. So, how about a little game?
What kind of little game?
A drinking game, of course. Are there others? So let's find out who's toughest, eh?
Actually, I am a little thirsty.
But first, you must enter a stake. This is not just for honor. Drinking is business. At least, it's my business. Got any silver coins?
I've got some money. Should be enough.
That's enough for now. The rules are simple, size 8. We both drink, and the last one standing wins all.
Sounds easy enough. Let's get to it.
Your health, size 8. Gambe! Your health, size 8. Gambe!
That makes no sense. He's in bad shape. I hope he isn't dead. No. He's asleep. And snoring. Looks like a normal shot glass, but the inside's corroded. I should try something else. There's an explosive warning label on the bottle. Looks like nitroglycerin. I should be careful. Come on, Jack! Wearing those clothes would be very dangerous. One little bump and they'll explode. Jack, we have to get out of here. Can you stand?
She sells seashells by the seashore?
I see, sure.
I've had it!
If I have to save you from certain death again, I'll kill you.
Amanda?
Yeah?
Thank you.
There is something you can do for me.
Yes?
Look what I kept for you.
Amanda, are you sure this is the right way?
I'll never get that port and starboard thing right.
Oh, just a moment, what's going on? Amanda, look! The amulet's glowing! That can only mean that another piece is somewhere here in Hamburg.
The ship is wrecked. We almost drowned. You stole my money and lost half your wits. But never mind. Rejoice, for the amulet is glowing. Jack, you need to get your priorities straight.
Fine. We'd better fix the ship first.
Hey, surprise! You're starting to sound reasonable.
Oh, cut it out. Let's survey the ship.
Right. There's the broken planks near the front.
Planks, schmanks, who needs them? I sailed all the way to India without...
Yeah, whatever, Jack. So, we need planks, period. Also, we lost some rope when,
Rope? Whatever for? A true sailor will climb in the rigging even when damage is at 72%.
Jack,
What is it?
just go ahead and find out why the amulet is glowing. I'll take care of the repairs.
Really?
Sure. Just go. But Jack, watch out.
Why?
We're in Germany now. The Germans have no sense of humor.
I visited every continent and I've made them all laugh.
That was probably just a side effect.
You'll see, the Germans and I will probably get along like a house on fire.
Don't get burned then.
So, this is Hamburg. I expected more people. It won't be easy to find someone to help us with a ship here.
Your time in prison left you pretty pessimistic.
Even if we do find someone, do we have the materials needed for repairs?
There's some stuff in the hold, but you're right. I should check that.
And I'll see to the part I do best. Finding treasure.
Just remember when you talk to the Germans, they have no sense of humor.
A metal bollard. Looks very sturdy. No idea where they came from.
Name?
And you are?
If you refuse to comply with the regulations of the Hamburg port authorities, this will take forever. So, name?
Johann Kraut.
Name of your ship, Mr. Kraut.
The Dirty Grey Pearl.
Ah, I see. Port of origin?
Shanghai.
Very well. Cargo.
We're empty. Planning to take on cargo here.
I can't find any information about your ship in my records. You know what this means?
Your records are wrong?
No, they are never wrong.
Oh, did the Queen's officials forget to send you the information? How embarrassing.
Irrelevant. Simply, you have to pay additional harbor fees. That will be 26 gold marks.
Well, I've got some Chinese money here. Can I use that to pay?
Let me see.
Hey, you took everything. What about my change?
Oh, yeah. Here's your change.
2 gold marks. Is that all? Oh well, thanks, I guess.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, mein Herr. I hate this strike. Junk lying around
Stuff
everywhere.
Under the crate. The destination of this crate is New York. I wonder what's in it.
Crates are burning and damaged. What will our customers say?
Oh no, the wooden giraffes we're forced to carve in prison. They're obviously for shipping somewhere, hopefully somewhere I never have to go. It can't be hard to use the thing.
Hey, stop! Nicht anfassen! Hey, what are you doing? Only authorized personnel are allowed to operate the cranes.
Where do I find authorized personnel?
Tough. They're all on strike. I got my eye on you.
You can clip papers to the clipboard. You can clip papers to the clipboard. can't be serious.
Ah, Mr. Kraut.
Is it true that you Germans have absolutely no sense of humor?
That's not true, but your jokes are just plain stupid. If you tell me a really good joke, I will surely laugh my head off.
I see.
So,
How many Germans does it take to screw in a light bulb?
light bulb? You mean one of those ugly hollow things?
No, that would be your head.
You go too far. Another word, and I'm going to see red.
How appropriate. You look like a bull.
I will teach you some manners. Now you see what happens when someone makes me angry. Crates of... Ah,
What's the difference between a sailor...
you're really asking?
That's what she said. Your wife, I mean.
That does it, Clyde. Now you see what happens when someone makes me angry. Crates. Ah,
What does an ape have in common with your mother?
you of... Now you see what happens when someone makes me angry. Workers have rights. Ah. What? You... Now you see what happens when... Ah. What? You... Now you see. I hate
Deeds
this
of
strike.
Agent Montgomery
Junk
and his
lying around
elite servant,
everywhere.
Jackie, the bestseller of 1899. I hope it isn't what I think it is. You can clip papers to the clipboard. It's glowing. That's exactly the logo I saw in my dream. The amulet glowed again. Oh, that can't be a coincidence.
Body is a
I have to get in there.
To pay us would be wiser.
Trouble with your ape?
Workers
Talk to
have
Rob,
rights.
the certified
least
zookeeper in Hamburg.
They
Harbor.
should.
He always needs money and likes to help. That could be important later. Trouble with your ape? Talk to Rob.
All we ask for is justice. Workers have rights! Workers have rights! Umbati is a miser! To pay us would be wiser!
Is one of you a certified zookeeper?
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have fun striking.
Umbati is a miser! Workers have... Umbati...
Is one of you a...
That's where...
His name is Rolf. That's what the display says.
There's no Rolf here. Beat it.
You are Rolf, aren't you?
Why do you think so?
When the mouse points at you, it says Rolf.
Does it now? I don't think so. Umbadi is a miser. To pay us would be wiser. Workers have...
Come on, Rolf. I'll pay you if you teach me.
I don't think so. Umbadi is a miser. Workers...
Right.
Umbadi is a miser. To pay us... Workers have... Umbadi...
Come on, Ralph.
But I can only teach you how to handle apes.
How handy. I need someone to take care of some kind of ape man.
All right. Give me 3 gold marks and I will teach you the ape tamer hoe. The ape man will never forget that. Ever.
I know you're German, but couldn't you make an exception and teach me for 2 gold marks?
Just 2? For learning to tame the ape man? Oh, well then. 2 will do. Umbadi is a miser. To pay us would be wiser.
Won't open. Must be locked from inside. A
Workers
sign from
have
the dock
rights.
workers.
At least
They've crossed out the
they
Umbati
should.
Corporation logo.
Ah.
What does a... You...
What was that? I don't believe it.
Almost hit the mast.
Are you crazy, Jack?
That would close the gap between the crates almost perfectly. Message. Gift of the British Empire as compensation for the inadvertent attack on a Chinese prison. Warning. Fragile porcelain. That will close the gap between the crates almost perfectly.
Blocked. Blocked.
Oh no, the wooden giraffes we're forced to carve in prison. They're obviously for shipping somewhere, hopefully somewhere I never have to go.
Strike. What am I to do? How will I get to New York now? Did I bring the thing for nothing? Blast! I must find passage somehow. Time is running out. Hey, what a coincidence!
Huh?
Your eyes have the exact same color as the flower I just picked.
Wow, that was... You just... Wow.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to. My thoughts were elsewhere. I'm on my way to the New York World Fair, but everyone's on strike here. I'm an engineer, and I built a prototype that I have to get there.
Wait a minute. Did you say engineer?
Yes?
Is there anything you can't repair?
Not that I know of.
So there's nothing your hands can't handle, right?
My hands?
Forget it. I was just goofing around. I need an engineer. I mean, we need one.
Who's we?
Me and a guy who knows nothing about flowers and has no idea what color my eyes are.
Huh?
Never mind. Let's go. There's another lady you need to take care of.
A lady?
Don't worry. She's a real princess and very charming, or so they say.
But I have to go to New York.
No problem. We'll take you there. You just need to repair the ship.
Sounds like a fair deal, I suppose.
No debate? Now that's a whole new experience.
Excuse me?
Forget it. Just musing about my life. Let's go.
Oh, and here's the flower, if you want it. Unique color, a true gem. Catches your eye right away.
Oh.
I think I've almost got it. The amulet reacted again, so I must be in the right place. But searching a warehouse is like looking for a needle in a haystack. My good old reliable knife. It was the key to my last adventure, literally. That's probably not important. Wow. Hey, that's it! The energy of the amulet seems to have been awakened by that mysterious crate the plants are growing from. What the? Who puts a book-reading gorilla in a cage in a warehouse? And why can he read at all? Well, these barrels are too heavy for me. I can't move them. Oh no, what now? Well, that was a close one. When these things happen, I sometimes wish I had more lives so I could continue my adventures. The chest dropped down. But there are still 6 barrels stopping me getting to it. If I keep annoying the ape, I might reach it. The gorilla gets angry when someone abuses his book. I should take advantage of that. 20 tons, 23.54 meters, ocean freight. There could be anything at all inside. That's probably not important. Rip! Two barrels flung, 5 remain. "101 unique banana recipes. Banana soup. Easy. Very well suited for children, the elderly, and losers of pub brawls." Rip! Four barrels remain. Rip! My legs are getting quite wobbly. Rip! I wonder how many are still missing and where the next one is. Oh man, these unbearable headaches again. What happened? What the? Oh, now I think I know where I am.
Hello, Jack.
Where is this?
It's still your subconscious. The place where you come when you, lose your consciousness. And I am the message that will show you the way to Ukumba, the sacred treasure.
Shaman, I found another piece of the amulet.
Very good, Jack. I was hoping for that.
So, the images I see here help me to find parts of the amulet.
In short, yes. I wanted to pass the secret of Ukumba to you. Everything you need to know is in your head. At least somewhere in your head.
Fantastic. So, where's the next image?
But there's one small problem.
What would that be?
When placing the images in your head, I was in a great hurry and
What are you getting at?
they've been buried.
Buried where?
Very deep within your mind. In a place called your future.
There's an image of my future in my head?
Of course, everyone has a concept of the future there. But it's only what you think your future will be like.
And what must I do?
You need to dig deep there and face your innermost fears to see the next image.
I don't have innermost fears.
You will change your mind once you step through this door.
And how do I get back?
Remember what I told you last time. How you needed to fall to wake up.
Only too well. Falling really sucked.
Unfortunately, your mind is now prepared for that. So you need to escape in a different way. This time, you must drown.
Oh no.
Well, Jack, you need to dig deep there.
I don't have it.
You will change your mind.
And only
Unfortunately, this...
Oh. I'm obviously suffering from major psychological problems. What a strange place. And that looks exactly like my ship. What's going on here? What the hell? So, this is my subconscious. Well, it could be worse. But one thing could be a real problem here. How to drown. Gigantic. Gigantic. Ah, look at that. The ship has a hole. It would sink.
I already told you that it was a bad idea. When will you finally trust my experience?
Hey, somebody's there. I thought everyone was long gone from here.
Oh, the usual story. Don't annoy me with that again.
Mr. Shovel, that was another excellent joke. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Even though we keep telling each other the same jokes here. The more I think about it, the more familiar it seems to me after all.
Why do you keep interrupting me?
Excuse me, sir. This can't be true.
I think there is an intruder among us.
I can't believe it. That's actually a visitor. After all this time, who are you? And what do you want? I am you.
Wait, I remember.
Yes, I once looked like that.
I was just a little more athletic. Be that as it may, everyone's welcome here, even those who tell us really weird things. Come, sit with us, Jack. And may I introduce my friends? This is Shovel, a cool treasure hunter who can tell you many a tale of adventure. And over there is Hook, a true daredevil. And the Reverend, of course. We must always be polite to him.
This is my future? I mean, this is how you live?
Yes. Anything wrong with that?
Where are the riches I was seeking?
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes not everything goes according to plan.
Where are the friends I needed so I could brag to them?
Friends? But here they are. Always there when I need them.
Jack, haven't you got any other friends?
I don't know or care what you're talking about. These boys here are exactly on my wavelength. We hang out all day, sharing stories about our adventures. How could it possibly be any better?
What on earth became of Amanda?
Well, Amanda. One day, she left me. Just out of the blue. This picture's all I have left of her. It's worth more to me than anything else in the world.
There must be a reason why she left you. Think hard.
You know, I made a great effort to forget many things. Especially the reason why Amanda left. I mean, it can't have been my fault. Aren't I everything a woman could ever wish for?
Successful?
So, who wouldn't want to spend her golden years with Jack the Great?
You got a point there. Reliable?
What woman would prefer reliability if she could have adventure?
I agree. Ready to give up something to be with her?
Change things for her? Why change anything if it's going so wonderfully well?
It was a stupid question. You're right. Jack is the best. There you are. And now get settled in and enjoy life with us. My virtual future self is a little bit creepy. Excuse me, Reverend. That joke was a bit too naughty for you. Well, it figures. But I see that Hook found it funny. What do you say, Hook? We'd better focus on our task again.
Well, if I'm stuck here forever, at least I'll have enough to read. And eternity
Planning
should be
the
long
expedition?
enough to learn Chinese.
Did we gain any new insights then? Let's
The top of the
recap
stove's still
everything
hot. Maybe my future self cooked recently.
Hook and Shovel are going to have a look at the...
A carnivorous plant. I've encountered them before. I wonder whether I can remember how to deal with them.
You evil little plant. Snap at me again and I'll prune you. So, did you do that? What? Why not?
You'd like that.
Quicksand? Still? I thought by now you'd have found a way to deal with that. Me? Oh,
She's
come
still
on.
alright.
You know I
Crazy old
can't leave
Jack.
our camp.
So far. How is
Why
old
not?
Jack supposed
Because
to help
someone
me
has to
if
take
he
care of all
spends
the
his
important
time
things
talking to
here.
his imaginary friends.
Things like doing the dishes.
My old self addressed this tarted-up mop as
That's
Reverend.
true, Reverend. It's
Maybe
amazing
he
how
can
long we've
wipe
gone
away
without
all my
washing them.
sins. According to Jack, that's
Actually,
Mr. Hook.
it's
the
also
former
amazing
captain.
how long we've gone without eating.
His arm could be a useful tool.
At least the kitchen is nice and tidy.
You'd like that.
Shovel, what's your opinion? Mr.
Well, if I'm
Shovel,
stuck here forever,
that
at
was
least I'll
another
have enough to
excellent
read.
joke.
And eternity should be long enough to learn Chinese.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Even though we keep telling each other the same jokes here.
Bottle of red wine. Let's see, Italian.
The more I
1880.
think about it, the more
I'm not an
familiar
expert, but-
it seems to me after all. Excuse me, Reverend.
Let's see if
That
old
joke
Jack
was a
really
bit
will
too
go to any
naughty
length to
for you.
rescue her.
Well, it figures. But I see that Hook found it funny. And all settled in.
Inexplicably, Amanda's picture is in the quicksand.
Oh no! I must save it! I need a hook to fish it out. Amanda? Oh my god, no! No, Amanda! Hang on, Amanda. I'm coming! Oh, thank God, you're alive. Hook, what have I done? What on earth have I done?
Jack, you know, Hook was only a hat stand.
But... now you mention it, Hook never did really do anything to help me. Wait a second. Who was I just talking about? How odd.
One false friend has disappeared, 2 to go. And my future self is still caught in this miserable little world.
What did you say, Shovel? Of course, we should keep on planning our expedition. And then, once more, we'll tell each other about our heroic adventures. You, the Reverend, and I, the three of us, have always been inseparable. Or not. I must admit, my friends, I'm a little bit confused. But let's get back to the expedition. Bottle of
Let's
red wine.
recap everything again.
Italian 1880. I'm not an expert, but that sounds like a bad thing. Well, it no longer bites when it's drunk, but it kisses. Not much of an improvement.
Shovel was going to have a look at the surroundings. After all, Shovel
What
is
a
our
scroll.
expert for
Does this
unknown
even mean
territory.
anything?
Reverend,
I have this vague feeling that maybe
missing
later.
some essential clue. Hello, Jack. Come, relax a little with us.
Before we can proceed, I need to do a little drowning. Will you help me with that?
Drowning? In the desert? That will definitely take an effort. Not? Oh, that's good. I will stay in the camp until Shovel finds out more. In the meantime, the Reverend and I will have a drink and relax a bit. But please, spare us those old stories, Reverend. I'm getting pretty much tired of them by now. Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
A stranded ship makes my heart
No,
weep.
Reverend, your stories will be as brilliant as ever. Again and again.
A barrel full of tar for sealing joint parts so that water
And
can't get
again
in.
And again and again.
A barrel full of tar for sealing joint parts so that water can't get in.
What did you say, Shovel? Of course, we should keep on planning our expedition. And then, once more, we'll tell each other about our heroic adventures. You, the Reverend, and I, the three of us, have always been inseparable. Or not. I must admit, my friends, I'm a little bit confused. But let's get back to the expedition. Let's recap everything again.
You'd like that.
Shovel was going to have a look at the
A
surroundings.
barrel full of tar for sealing joint parts so that water can't get in.
After all, Shovel is our expert for unknown territory. Reverend, I have this vague feeling that we're missing some essential clue. Not?
A normal cooking
that's
pot
good.
for people who think cooking in a bucket is normal.
I will stay in the camp until Shovel finds out more. In the meantime, the Reverend and I will have a drink and relax a bit. But please, spare us those old stories, Reverend. I'm getting pretty much tired of them by now.
It fits.
Did I say that out loud? Sorry. No, Reverend, your stories will be as brilliant as ever. Again and again. And again and again and again. What did you say, Shovel? Of course, we should keep on planning our expedition.
It looks like there's flour in them, but I can't reach.
And then, once more,
You'd like that.
tell each other about our heroic adventures. You, the Reverend, and I, the three of us, have always been inseparable. Or not. I must admit, my friend, I'm a little bit confused. But let's get back to the expedition. Let's recap everything again. Hello, Jack.
What is this expedition you're talking about?
Huh. You know, that's pretty strange. We're actually planning this major thing, our last great adventure before we bid the world farewell. But somehow, I don't seem to remember everything now. For one thing,
I cannot recall where this expedition was going to lead us. What, you don't even know what the expedition was about? No idea at all? Now that you mention it, I believe... Yes, I buried something. Something that revealed the goal of the expedition. You buried the goal of the expedition? Who would do a thing like that? Quite simply, someone who doesn't want to remember. Where did you bury the map? Wait. The solution must be here somewhere. I thought of something to aid my memory. Now that seems to have worked pretty well. It's something from my past. A thing that I was somehow involved with before. It guards the clue that explains where I have to dig. That's all I know right now. If I could find this clue, then I'd know where to dig. I'd remember what I once wanted to do. Back then, in the past. I'd remember what I was trying to hide from myself. That's actually pretty intriguing. Tell me where this place is, and I will dig. Shovel was going to... I buried something. Wait. Wait a minute. Where did the desert go? My actions seem to be changing this place. Water, flood. I think I know now how I'm getting out of here. And how I can find the shaman's next clue. Jack, that's just weird. What is it? This isn't a treasure map at all. It's an invitation to teach at Oxford University. They wanted me to lecture there, to pass on my knowledge and my experience. But that's no job for an adventurer. Why did I bury it instead of just tearing it up? Could it be that you're just afraid of commitment? What were you saying? You want me to change my recipe for success? Starting over? Ha! But that would involve risks, imponderabilities, commitment. That's not for Jack. Are you gonna hang out on that beach with those greenhorns forever? An aging adventurer? I don't know. You want me to leave this perfect world? Anyway, even if I wanted to, how could I get away from here? You see my ship? For one thing, it's stranded. And it's in a terrible state. Also, the Reverend and I have some important matters to discuss. I'll have a look at the ship. Good idea. The ship has a small hole in the bow. Somebody started repairs, but they... That doesn't seem to work. That won't work. You'd like that. I suppose this bucket can never be used for anything else again. That won't work. The ship has a small hole in the bow. Somebody started repairs, but they can't be finished without tar. A as in ape. And huge. I don't think that'll work. My old self addressed this tarted up mop as Reverend. I don't know, Jack. Maybe he can wipe away all my sins. Has it ever occurred to you that the age of the average adventurer is somewhat less than your 70? Yep. Not everyone manages to survive this long. Are you afraid of starting over? What were you saying? You want me to change my recipe for success? Starting over? Ha! Well, that would that's not fair. Are you gonna... I don't know. You want me to leave this... Anyway, you seem also... Your Reverend is nothing but an old mop. Hey, you're a fine one to talk. Your haircut isn't that much better. We could open the doors and let the water in. That's a daft idea. Anyone who opens those doors will be washed away by the flood. I will open the doors, and you can board the ship. Oh, sounds like you have a death wish. But somehow I feel I should agree to this plan. Once my ship is fixed and seaworthy, that is. I checked out the ship. It just needs a hull fixed. In that case, we're gonna need tar, and it must be spreadable. I've got tar, but it's not spreadable. I'll be back. You'd like that. That doesn't seem to work. It looks like there's flour in them, but I can't reach.
hot tar soup. Nah, I think he's crazy enough already.
In that case, we're gonna need tar. And it must be...
I've got some.
You got tar? Well, that's good. So all we need now is a broom or a brush or something like that.
I think this is a job for the Reverend.
You mean he must be...
I think the time has come to let go.
You're right. Reverend, I beg your pardon. May I... for a minute?
And that takes care of all his friends. This here, together with that, looks good. The mop's covered with tar. Now the tar can be spread on the surface. The tar sealed the leak. I hope it'll hold long enough. Not bad. Believe it or not, I repaired the hole in the ship.
What? You fixed it? If you say so, it's probably true. Looks like we can set sail now. Let's go.
You know these ships stuck, so of course we'll need some water.
What are we going to do now?
All right, we have to push together to open it. Ready? All right, push! Ah, so much water. Octopus. Africa. Oh! Am I dead?
Oh, you're awake.
Where am I? Why do you have the amulet? Put it down.
Calm down, Jack. We're in my hotel room, and my name is still Eve.
How come you know my name?
You don't remember? Really?
Why am I in your bed?
Jack, I must say I'm a little disappointed that you don't remember a thing. But when I found you, you had passed out on the floor. That could explain a few things.
You found me?
Yes. You were unconscious in a warehouse where I was taking photographs for a report on the strike. I'm a photojournalist.
What's a photo?
You know what? I should probably take you back to the harbor. You'll hardly find your way back by yourself.
The harbor? Yes, I've got to go. Amanda will be looking for me. Again.
Amanda? Your sister?
I'll explain that when I get there.
Fine.
But tell me, the hotel room, my clothes, did we...
You know what? You tell me once it all comes back to you.
Jack! Where were you? Things are getting out of control here.
Well, I found another part of the amulet, but then I passed out somehow. But I now know our new destination, Africa.
Wait a minute. Who is that?
Is that the way people like you usually say hello?
People like me?
This is not going according to plan. Amanda, this is Eve. She helped me when I was unconscious.
Helped you? Huh. How exactly did she do that?
And why would that interest you?
Exactly. Why would it?
And Eve, this is Amanda. We're together, so to speak.
I guess there's no better way of describing it.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Amanda.
Of course you're pleased, sweetie. Anyway, in the meantime, I found this engineer who can repair our ship.
Wow, the ship looks incredible.
Carl, this is Jack. Jack, we should get out before Hamburg blows up in our face.
Let's see. The ship is fixed. I've got the amulet piece, and I know more or less where to find the next one. What could possibly hold us back now?
Hey, you Germans! Get back! This part of the harbor has been closed by Umbati Corporation until the strike is over. Just a minute. You look familiar.
Whoever this Umbati person is, he doesn't get a say in where my ship needs to be.
Oh, really? Mr. Harbor Master?
Yes, whatever Mr. Umbati says.
See, when the Harbor Master says no ships will leave, then no ships will leave. All ships have been held by the harbor authorities and will stay here until the strike is over. And no striking worker can enter this side of the harbor.
We don't need to go to that side. This one's much nicer anyway.
For now, before we eradicate it.
In that case, we're not workers. We're the crew of the ship.
Really? You don't look like sailors to me.
Amanda is my navigator?
Haven't we met before, Fraulein?
Carl is the bosun?
Am I?
Good grief. Are you coming along or not?
Oh, sure, I am.
Eve over there is the reporter who'll document our voyage.
What? Her?
You're not gonna leave me here when all hell is breaking loose, are you?
I'm the captain. Captain of the Charming Princess 2.
All right, you may pass.
So, that's my crew.
Good. You can board, but we're not letting any ships sail whilst the strike's on. And you had better keep your heads down. The end of the strike will be messy.
A few pages I tore out of the gorilla's book. I feel guilty, but only a little. So, Carl, you're an engineer.
Actually, I'm a 5th-generation engineer. We invented lots of things. For example, an automatic walking stick, a flying umbrella, or a self-steering boot horn. Unfortunately, none of these innovations were a big success. But this time, it's going to be a breakthrough.
We still need people for our crew. Couldn't you join us as a rigger?
Well, Amanda told me you would take me and my prototype to New York.
New York? That's what she said.
Yes, she said you were going to New York anyway. Or did I get that wrong?
Oh, you mean New York? I thought you said Newark. Of course we can drop you off there.
Oh, in that case, Well, my prototype is in a crate on the docks, right next to the Umbati Corporation warehouse.
Excellent. I'll load it on board.
Very good, but please be careful. This prototype is unique and awfully expensive. It is my life's work.
The destination of this crate is New York. I wonder what's in there.
Please, Jack, I can't stay here. I need to get on your ship.
Well, I need to talk it through with my crew.
Right, but hurry up. I don't want to end up in the middle of a revolt.
Jack, why do we have to drag that Eve around with us? I don't like it.
She might turn out to be useful in our adventure.
Oh? In what way? How about this? You try and find out how she can make herself useful. Either she pays for her passage or she helps us in some way. At least that's what I think. If she refuses to pay and has nothing else to offer, I don't want to have her on board.
By the way, where did you dig up that remarkable guy? What's his name again? Carl?
Don't change the topic. Weren't you going to talk to that woman?
You know, about that remarkable Carl.
Don't change the topic.
Have you got anything else that could help us?
Here in my pocket, I've still got... But wait. Before we do anything else, we should clarify what we're going to do with Eve.
Have you talked to your crew?
Yes, I have.
So, what did they say?
Do you have money to pay for your passage?
I'm freelance. I have times when I make lots of money, and times when I make nothing at all. Like now, for example. So, no.
I'm sorry, but you can't come with us.
But there must be some way I can help you.
Scrubbing the deck so we won't keep slipping?
Scrub the deck? No way. That's a job for a maid.
Dancing so the crew can watch?
Better not. I learned to dance in the Moulin Rouge in Paris. When I was younger. Oh, those were wild times. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bore you with tales of days gone by.
Too bad. Fishing so we can have something to eat?
Oh, yuck! I don't like fish. Well, only fried in lemon sauce. And I've never touched a fishing rod in my life.
Singing sea shanties so the crew can listen?
I'm sorry. All the sea shanties I know aren't suitable for young ears. And it wouldn't do for lonely sailors to hear them while traveling with a lady like me.
The sailors are just Amanda and me. And perhaps Carl.
Even so, you can't imagine the impact those songs would have on you.
Okay, so don't sing them. Looks like you can't assist us then.
Oh, wait a second. I know what I could do. I'm an excellent navigator.
Too bad. We already have Amanda as navigator.
And is she good?
Well, you know, she keeps confusing starboard and port, so sometimes our trips take a little longer, like a week or two.
Terrific. So now your ship has a new navigator.
Amanda will be absolutely thrilled.
I mean, what has Eve got to offer?
She could be our new navigator.
Oh, that's very... Wait a minute! We've already got a navigator! Me!
And just think about how much free time you'd have on board.
Let's just say, it's not a bad idea. Okay, so she's part of the crew. And now we should get going.
Have you got anything else that could help us?
Well, you already took all my Chinese money. All I've got left is this stamp. It looks highly official. If you want to believe a blind drunkard. Well, ex-blind drunkard now.
Oh? Did he stop drinking?
He must have. Here, take the stamp, please, and throw it away.
You know, about that remarkable car.
He's not that remarkable, just pretty unusual. And I didn't dig him up. He just followed me.
And do you find him handsome?
Jack, please. I really like chatting with him. You, on the other hand, woke up in the bed of another woman. Just think about it.
See you later.
We need to sail before it's too late.
I'm on it. I hope nobody saw that. That seems to be the right place to position the launch pad.
Be careful, Jack.
What's wrong now?
Just don't damage my prototype. Yeah, and now a little here. Perfect.
Nothing he can't manage.
I think that's the right spot.
Looks good, Jack. I'll detach the crates from the crane.
All right. Right, Carl. This should be it.
Yes, I have a few more things to take care of, but in principle, I'm ready to leave.
A metal bollard. Looks very sturdy. An old, slightly rotten paddle, but it's made from good wood. That won't work. You'd like that. The wood would be ideal for carving, but that won't work. It's the stamp that Amanda brought from Shanghai. An old, slightly rotten paddle, but it's made from good wood.
No. They could be here at any moment now. To arms! Rolf, we must...
He seems to be angry because I ruined his book. Ah, I remember now. I've still got the pages from the gorilla's book.
I told you, there are animals present.
So he wants these pages back.
I'm a certified zookeeper.
I should
and
use them
their
to
safety
lure
must
him
be
to
my
my
first
ship.
priority. Oh, really? And what about our safety?
Ah, so he wants these pages back, eh? I should use them to lure him to my ship.
Going to feed the gorillas after Umbati's guns blow us away.
Ah, the one who defeated the Harbor Master. What can we do for you?
Who's that guy talking to the Harbor Master?
He belongs to Mr. Umbati, and is not really known for being tactful, if you get my drift.
How can we end the strike?
You know, the Umbati Corporation pays us a pathetic pittance for our hard work.
So we complained. But instead of listening to us, they simply stopped paying us altogether.
They said that no one's allowed to complain to Mr. Umbati. And now Umbati wants an official apology.
But we're not going to apologize. We want our money.
And in the unlikely case that Umbati won't give you the money...
I'm sure they're planning to attack us any moment. They are well armed, and we have nothing but clubs and empty beer bottles.
Yes, but we've got Rolf.
Rolf? The certified zookeeper?
Yes, he's a brilliant strategist. But Rolf simply refuses to leave.
I told you, there are animals present. No animals must be endangered in case of attack.
The gorilla? Couldn't you take him somewhere where he'll be safe?
Once the battle begins, he won't be safe anywhere. He would only be safe on a ship.
Sounds simple enough. The gorilla boards the ship, Umbati's henchmen get what's coming to them, and we set sail.
Nine! I can't leave this part of the harbor, because a battle would start and the gorilla would be in the middle of it.
You see, we're trapped, and there's no way out.
I could take the gorilla back to Africa.
So, you're going to help us, huh? Will you join our team?
That's not what I meant, actually.
We need every hand. Here, a worker's cap.
For what?
So we'll know not to bash your skull when things get rough.
In that case, the blue cap looks stylish.
Fine. Here, take it. Good to know you're on our side, huh?
No help with the gorilla, but at least I now own a dirty old hat. I'll be back.
They could be here at any moment now. To arms!
That doesn't seem to work.
Roll! We must act now!
Looks like he doesn't want that.
I told you, there are animals present.
That doesn't seem to work.
I'm a certified zookeeper, and
You do
their
what?
safety must be my first priority.
Ah, so he wants these pages back.
Really?
eh?
And what
I
about
should
our
use them to
safety?
lure him to my ship.
How are you going to feed the gorillas after Umbati's guns blow us away?
No, ich host.
That won't work. I don't think that'll work. The blasted chain keeps our ship stuck in the harbor until the strike is over. The blasted chain keeps our ship stuck in the harbor until the strike is over. So, Carl,
Actually, we invented lots of things. But this time, it's going to be a...
bye. I don't think that'll work. That won't work. I don't think that'll work.
Wow, well done, Jack.
See you later.
We need to sail before it's...
I'm on it. A dock worker gave me this cap so I could pass as one of them. An old, slightly rotten pattern, but it's made from good wood. It's the stamp that Amanda brought from Shanghai. Looks official.
No, this whole strike will be over soon.
They won't be striking for much longer.
That doesn't seem
These
to work.
guys are...
He could hide his ugly
It's
mug
you,
with this cap.
again.
If I had to take another crew member aboard?
No one gets through unless the person is essential. A cook, for example? You haven't got a cook yet, have you?
No, we don't have one. And we don't need one.
That certainly explains British food. I hope this whole strike will be over soon. It's you. Again.
If I had to take another crew member aboard?
As I said, the only crew member I would accept at this point is a cook. You haven't got a cook.
How can you tell if someone's a cook?
Regulations say that a cook must wear working clothes, bring cooking equipment, and a cookbook. And of course, he needs an official certificate of good health. I hope this whole strike will be over soon.
They won't be striking for much longer.
These guys are quick.
You can clip papers to the clipboard.
I hope.
No idea where they came from.
They could be here at any moment now. To arms! Roll.
Looks like he doesn't want that.
I told you,
Looks like he doesn't want that.
I'm a certified
He could be a
zookeeper,
civil
and
servant.
Their safety must be
Just
my
joking.
first priority.
He's obviously overqualified.
Oh, really? And what about our safety?
That doesn't seem... That won't work. I don't think that'll work. Wood would be ideal for carving. But I have no idea what I should carve out.
Blow us away.
Maybe I'll think of something later.
It's right, bro. You're the smartest. Now let's make a
My
plan.
good old... It's the stamp that a man... An old...
What? I'm also a
A
zookeeper.
few
I
pages
have
I tore out of the gorilla's
responsibilities.
book. I feel guilty, but I don't think that'll work.
Perhaps we can find better weapons in the warehouse. There are no weapons.
He doesn't need a paddle.
How do
That won't work.
Ah!
I found out why the amulet's glowing. And now I've got to get out of here.
How nice for you. We'd like to get out of here too. But we must fight for our rights and our money.
Couldn't you take the gorilla to safety in some ship?
A ship? That won't work. I'm sorry.
Why not?
Because I get seasick.
Seasick? A dock worker? What kind of reason is that?
Yeah, if you don't believe me, look at this. An official health certificate from my doctor.
I'll be back.
They could be here at any moment now. To arms!
A health certificate without an official stamp.
Now!
I told you, there are animals present. I'm a certified zookeeper, and their safety must be my first
I
priority.
don't think that'll work.
Ah! The one...
I found out why...
How nice for you. But we must...
I'll be back.
They could be here at any moment now. To arms!
I don't think that doesn't seem to work.
Roll! We must act now!
Looks like he doesn't want that.
I told you, there are animals present.
I hope this whole strike will be over soon. A health certificate with a strange stamp. Looks official. All right, I can accept it. I hope this whole strike will be over soon.
That won't work.
They won't be striking for much longer.
As much as I'd like to smash
These
his
guys
ugly
are
face, I don't
It's
think it's a
you.
very good idea. Goodbye, sir.
I hope this whole strike will be over.
You look familiar somehow. Ah, blast it. I'm so bad at remembering faces.
I hope this whole strike will be over. It's you.
If I had...
As I said, you haven't got a cook yet, have you?
How can...
Regulations say that a cook must wear working clothes, bring cooking equipment, and a cookbook. And of course, he needs an official certificate of good health. I hope this whole strike will be over soon.
I don't think that'll work.
I hope this whole strike will be
As
over.
much as I'd like to smash his ugly
They won't be
face,
striking for
I
much
don't
longer.
think it's a very good idea. He could hide his
These
ugly
guys
mug
are-
with this cap. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That doesn't seem to work.
I hope this will strike.
They could be here at any moment now. To arms!
He seems to be angry. Ah. Sender, this is Thatcher Lee,
must
Tooth
act
Island.
now.
Destination.
I told
so
you,
he wants these
there are
pages
animals
back,
present.
eh? I should
I'm a
use them to
certified
lure him
zookeeper,
to my
and
ship.
their safety must be my first priority.
A few pages I tore out of the gorilla's
Really?
book. I feel
What
guilty,
about ours?
but only a little. I don't think that'll work. The heroic deeds of Agent Montgomery and his inept servant Jackie. The bestseller of... That won't work. That won't work. You'd like that. That doesn't seem to work.
I hope this...
You can clip papers to the clipboard. The delivery note says banana shipment. This might cause some confusion. A few pages I tore out of the gorilla's book.
this will strike.
I feel guilty, but only a little. And another page. Will this confuse the dockers?
They could be here at any moment now. To arms! Rolf, we must act.
I fastened one of the pages to the clipboard.
They could be here at any moment now. To arms! Rolf,
I hope this will...
They won't be striking for much longer.
It's you. Again.
If I had to take another crew member aboard?
As I said, the only crew member I would accept at this point. You haven't got a cook yet, have you?
This fellow here, he's my cook.
Regulations say that a cook must wear working clothes, bring cooking equipment, and a cookbook. These guys are pretty tough.
Don't worry, we've got plenty of arms. Oh,
Now he looks as civilized as he actually is.
And empty beer bottles.
I enjoy shooting beer bottles and anything that moves.
It's you. Again.
If I had to take another crew member aboard?
As I said, you haven't got a...
This fellow here, he's my cook.
Regulations say that a cook must...
Our cook uses an old-fashioned spoon. But that's all right, isn't it?
What? You call that a spoon? How are you going to eat soup with that? That won't do.
Why is this friendly gentleman by your side?
None of your business. Too many questions could be bad for your health.
You heard him. And believe me, my business partner knows what he's talking about.
Goodbye, sir.
I hope this whole strike will be over soon.
They won't be striking for much longer.
I'm not going to carve on
These
that.
guys are-
I'm not going to carve on that as long as the ape is... Maybe I should try
Don't worry,
something different.
we've got plenty of arms. All they have is clubs.
In the Shanghai prison, I had to carve hundreds of giraffes
And empty beer
from old bits of wood.
I enjoy shooting beer bottles and anything that moves. I think we've talked enough.
Nice spoon. But the last one was a bit better. Although that time I did use up a whole tree. A hat and a spoon. Et voila. A chef.
I hope so too. And I hope he's in a safe...
It's you.
As I said, this is my cook.
The gorilla? Well, he's got equipment all right, but I really don't know. That's ridiculous. On the other hand, all the conditions are met, and he even has a valid health certificate. Congratulations. Your crew is complete. I must say, I'm amazed that you actually... I hope...
That looks like
Just like a chef? How odd.
Now, Jack, what is this about?
Ladies, I give you the new cook of the charming princess.
Ugh, good grief. Now he's completely bananas.
Harbor Master, do you hear them? We must act fast.
The shipment must be taken to a safe place.
Yes, you idiot. Take me there now.
What is happening there? Are they getting ready to attack?
Now the gorilla's gone, will you attack?
I guess we'll have to. It's going to be chaos.
Some of us will not survive. We must fight for our rights and for the rights of all workers everywhere.
Perhaps it can still be avoided somehow.
Either they pay us or we fight.
Let's see what can be done.
See?
Perfect. That's what I had in mind. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, we squeezed the workers pretty hard.
Now let's get this stuff out of here.
Of course. But before we go, we should make sure that everything's there.
Good.
Hey, there's nothing to see here.
I don't like people who snoop around.
I have to distract them if I want to take
even
a
more
closer look at the crate.
pay the workers.
I could use some help.
We need to sail before it's too late.
I could use your help in distracting those two over there.
What kind of distraction did you have in mind?
I'll leave that to your imagination.
If it helps get us out of the harbor, I'll be happy to oblige.
Jack, I think I should do this. We shouldn't underestimate these people.
You mean I can't handle those guys? Trust me, Jack. I know what I'm doing. Always.
I think Amanda should do it. I have complete trust in her.
That's right. You can rely on me, as always.
I don't care.
Hey, boys. I'm looking for folks I can talk to about tough business like drinking and weapons.
Sure thing, Fräulein.
Hey, gentlemen. What's up?
Oh, isn't that an 1895 Winchester?
Damn right. With this babe.
Wow, so much money. I'm rich. This must be the money the Umbati Corporation is keeping from the workers. I should use it wisely.
Impressive. But that's a .405 caliber. Oh, guess the Buffalo will be minus a...
Sorry, but I need to leave now. Catch you folks later.
Ha! What a nice lady. And now, back to...
It's gone! The shipment for Umbati!
I'm a dead man. And so are you.
Me? But I already handed it over to you! If anyone gets in trouble, it should be you!
Oh, what can I do? What can I do? Maybe if I take the empty money cases, he won't notice. And in the meantime, I can squeeze the money out of someone else.
I'm sure I can raise it again.
You know what, Harbor Master? I've got to run. Fast.
But the strike...
I don't care, and neither should you. Because you're fired.
Oh...
Gentlemen, I give you Umbati's money.
Our money. It's here.
Umbati finally gave up.
Well, not really. Actually, it's me who...
The strike is over. We can go back to work.
And I must say, the Umbati Corporation has offered us a pretty penny.
But they could be furious when they next show up.
Jack, we are in your debt. Is there anything we can do for you?
You know, my ship is still moored.
We'll take care of that.
Okay, Jack. Your ship is free now.
Thank you. Now we can continue our journey.
Wait. We want to ask you something. After this whole business, we decided to found a group that will promote our interests. We are going to call it a union. Right, but we need a strong leader. And you did extraordinarily well. Could you imagine yourself becoming our leader? We believe you are up to the responsibility.
Responsibility? Leader? I'm sorry, but that's just not my cup of tea.
But you've already proved you can do it, so why not?
We've really got to leave now. Carl, is the ship ready?
So what are we going to do now without a leader? I would say it's payday!
Nonsense, Carl. Of course this is the way to New York.
Jack, we're sick and tired of eating bananas. Talk to the gorilla right now.
I talked to the cook. Naturally, he'll continue to serve bananas.
Jack, could you come here for a moment? We have company.
What the devil?
Mr. Keane, you can probably guess who I am.
And the large logo on your Zeppelin is impossible to overlook, Mr. Umbati.
Professor Umbati, if you please. I was given an honorary degree from the University of Calcutta.
Which you founded?
Because I am a man who treasures knowledge and titles. Let's get down to business. You have an amulet. I would pay you an adequate price for it. I abhor armed violence and only use it as a last resort to achieve my objectives. I am a man who loves to negotiate.
Do you know the difference between a sailing ship and your mother?
If you don't behave, I'll cut out your tongue.
Terry, no reason to get angry. Mr. Keane is currently under a lot of stress. Isn't that right? Perhaps we can take the load off his shoulders and replace it with this.
Wow. That's at least 3... no, 4.
This will buy you the biggest ship you can imagine, Mr. Keane, and allow you to get rid of this miserable heap of junk, including the rats and lice.
Jack!
What do you say, Mr. Keane?
That's all you have to offer?
Apparently you're not easily convinced. I like that. So, what do you say to this?
Oh, this must be at least... Wait, let me see.
This would be enough to buy you the entire Royal Navy, and every single ship would be better than this worm-riddled hulk. And they'd smell better too. But this is my last offer. My time is precious, and this is the maximum I will invest. So what do you say? Death? Or this?
None of the above, you arrogant snob. The amulet is mine, and you'll never get your paws on it.
I had been warned that you were a fool, but you're even worse than your reputation. If that's your answer, then I'll just take the amulet, and you get nothing. Let's go. I've wasted enough time here. The deal is off, and your ship is sinking.
Great. We travel all the way to Africa, and now we've lost the amulet to Mbati.
Don't worry, Amanda. We still have the map from my dream. We can get back into the race with that.
Terrific prospects.
Just trust me.
Okay, Amanda, it seems to fit.
Jack, what are you doing? Where are you going?
What do you think? The next part of the amulet's waiting, and we must find an octopus.
You must be joking. Mbati has our amulet. Why would we look any further?
We cannot allow Mbati to get the other parts as well. Everything we did so far would have been for nothing.
Jack is right. We shouldn't give up now.
But we haven't the slightest idea where we should look. An octopus is a lousy clue. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but this really isn't octopus habitat.
Well, perhaps I'm imagining things, but I feel this funny tingle in the spot where I used to wear the amulet. So either we're bound to find something here, or you need to take me to the nearest hospital.
A funny tingle?
I never doubted your abilities.
Right! We must find the octopus from my dream before Mbati does.
Ugh, very well.
But now we may be close to the right place. All we're missing is the octopus.
That's all? We'll never find an octopus in the Nile?
Perhaps your dream wasn't about a real live octopus. Jack, did you see other things in your dream too?
Yes. There were some stone tablets with simple drawings. One of them was this Egyptian beetle, I believe.
A scarab. Those beetles were depicted everywhere in ancient Egypt, in temples, on obelisks, all over the place.
Impossible! Jack, take a closer look at the obelisk.
An obelisk? Where?
You're standing on it. It may be a bit hard to recognize with all these roots wrapped around it, like tentacles.
Eve, Amanda, you're both geniuses. And I knew we'd find it.
That must be a huge coincidence.
From a zoological point of view, this looks more like a squid, not an octopus.
I think it comes close enough. So, shall we?
Well, that should be pretty obvious.
I'm still not convinced that this thing is an octopus.
A long and sturdy branch. The obelisk seems to have a weak spot. The branch would just break. I need something a bit stronger. It would be strange if I could cut it to pieces with a knife. A regular cannonball. Nothing unusual. Having a torch ready is important on any ship. The destination of this crate is New York. I wonder what's in there.
Are you really sure this is the right place?
Pretty sure, yes. At any rate, this obelisk is the only thing that looks anything like an octopus on the entire Nile so far.
An octopus obelisk. Is that really all we've got to hang on to?
Hey, don't worry, we'll sort this in no time.
Of course, just like always.
You did a good job on the ship, Carl.
Thanks, Jack, but I must point out that my options were limited. The whole thing isn't all that stable. Are we in the right place?
I believe so.
Hey, I bought those in Shanghai for New Year's Eve.
A burned-out torch is I don't think that won't work. A burned-out torch is as useful as a monk. You'd like that. Before this adventure, I didn't have much time for carving. Now there are lots of opportunities. That doesn't seem... A burned-out... We finally found the sign from my dream.
I never doubted your abilities.
Hey, it's good to talk to someone for a change who doesn't question every little thing I do. And now, we need to work out how to get in there.
I'll document the adventure with a few photos.
The cannonballs are heavy. If only I were in the paper industry. That doesn't seem to work. The branch would just break. I need something more solid and powerful to knock over the obelisk. The bananas are hanging too high. Oh, I can't reach. I don't think that'll work. A burned-out torch is as useful as a monk. I don't think that'll work. The bananas are hanging too high. 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 That could be important later. The entrance to the cave is closed. This plate can't be moved with muscle power alone. Plants cover most of the symbols, but I wouldn't understand them. An eye and other small symbols. Maybe they mean we're watching you, or something like that. I hate wanton vandalism. I hate wanton vandalism. According to Carl, that won't help us clear the way either. I can see some sort of bird, but I can't imagine what it means. I don't think that'll work. I won't get the door open with that. A burned-out torch is as useful as... I don't think that'll work. Well, honestly, that would simply be too easy. The entrance to the cave is closed. This plate can't be moved with muscle power alone. Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get through that way. Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get through that way. That doesn't seem to work. My good old reliable, a regular cannonball. Nothing. A good old-fashioned torch. Fireworks from the chest Amanda loaded before she rescued me. The long branch that I've sharpened with my knife. That doesn't seem to work. Water's flowing in it. Yep, wonderfully clear water. That doesn't seem to work. If I were at all... A burned out... I don't think... That won't work.
You did a good job on the ship, Carl.
Thanks, Jack. Are we in the right place?
I believe so. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. The cannon is empty now. There's still a cannonball on deck. I should use that one first, or the whole deck will be covered with them. I should try something else. First, I have to light the torch. That's a cannon, not a flare gun. I don't think that'll work.
I never doubted your ability.
Wow, that...
Just keep...
Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get... I bet the next piece of the amulet is in this cave. You did a good job on the ship, Carl.
Thanks, Jack.
I believe... You'd like that. Is there anything more functional than a bucket? Patagate, Patagate, baker's man. There's plenty of it. He doesn't really approve of me wanting the banana oil. Anyway, I think he's grumpy because we're out of bananas. The oil is the only banana-based item we have on board now. Perhaps he'll give it to me if I give him some more bananas. Hey, why the long face? Oh, you want more bananas so you can continue to cook a variety of dishes for us. I'll see what I can do. Oh yes, I'd love to sit down and enjoy the view, but I have to finish an adventure. Hey, why the long face? Oh, you want more banana? I'll see what I can do. Better not. Last time I tried to cook, I got smooched by a carnivorous plant. Ugh. No, every mighty adventurer knows you. That doesn't need to... No, every mighty adventurer knows you. That doesn't need to be powdered. Some recipes for banana cake. There's a warning under each one. Take care when using baking powder. Never eat large amounts straight. It expands rapidly in the stomach. Ooh. I'm not thirsty. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. Powder? Good idea. Baking powder? Strange idea. No, every mighty adventurer knows you. My good old reliable knife. I'll open the fireworks carefully to get at the gunpowder. I hope I don't strike any sparks. I only need a little piece of the fuse. You'd like that. You'd like that. First, I have to light the torch. That won't work. Now the torch is lit and can be used. I just have to be careful not to set fire to the ship. That was loud, but without the desired effect. A regular cannonball, nothing unusual. I only need a little piece of the fuse. The cannon is empty now. I should try something else. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. No, every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy and... That won't work. That won't work. No, every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket. You'd like that. That doesn't need to be powdered.
I never doubted.
What?
Just.
It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. Sometimes I feel as if I'm being steered just like the charming Princess too. We seem to have a problem.
Oh, I'm totally surprised. What is it?
The entrance to the cave's blocked. There's no way to get past, unless we use the ship's cannon. The one remaining cannon, Amanda.
You know, I had to sacrifice one in Shanghai. Otherwise, you'd still be wasting away in prison.
Whatever. But how do I get the cannon to work?
How am I supposed to know? Since when am I an expert on naval artillery? You definitely need gunpowder, ammunition, And of course, a burning fuse. And I guess you'll need some sort of tool for packing down the powder, but I'm not too sure. I'm not an expert on old technology.
That doesn't need to be powdered. Better not. Last time I tried to cook, I got snow. Every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy until you really need it. Powder, good idea. Baking powder, strange idea. Better not. Last time that doesn't need to be powdered. No. Every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy until you really need it. Carl, you're an engineer. Do you know any...
I'm not that familiar with old-fashioned cannons, but as a boy, I played with explosives a lot.
Can you tell me then how to ready the cannon?
For one thing, it is important to pack down the powder to give it power. So a ramrod would be helpful.
You know, I think I even have an old ramrod on board. Now, where was it?
Oops.
What do you mean, oops?
Just maybe I used it to repair a brace.
Oh no. Can I still use it?
How should I say this? The ramrod is now many little rods.
Oh, great. Then I'll just have to find a replacement. That won't work. That won't work. Carl, you're an...
I'm not that familiar.
Can you...
For one thing, it is important. So,
You know...
Oops.
What do you mean?
Just maybe I used it to repair.
Oh no.
How should I say this?
Oh, great. If only I were in the paper industry. This obelisk is covered with illegible Egyptian hieroglyphics. Wow, those are gigantic roots. The destination of this crate is New York. I wonder what's in there. You'd like that. The entrance to the caves.
You know,
Whatever.
and I'm not a...
I never doubt.
Wow.
Just keep.
The obelisk seems to have a weak spot. The obelisk seems to have a weak spot. Does loose gunpowder have that much power? That doesn't need to be powdered. No, every mighty adventure branch would just break. I need something more solid and powerful. Some people just want to watch the world burn. But I'm not one of them. Yep, wonderfully clear water. That doesn't need to be powdered. I'm not thirsty. Is there anything more functional than a bucket? Quality Chinese gunpowder from the fire. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. I have plenty of fuse. Even in the new century, nothing will be as useful. That doesn't need to be powdered. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That doesn't need to be powdered. No. You'd like that. 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 The bananas are hanging too high. That doesn't need to be powdered. No, every mighty... The bananas are hanging too high. Oh, I can't reach. Oh, I can't reach. Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get through that way. That could be important later. That doesn't need to be powdered. No, every mighty adventurer knows you keep... That doesn't seem to work. You'd like that. I don't think that'll work. Some people just want to watch the world burn, but I'm not one of them. Some people just want to watch the world burn, but I'm not one of them. Ugh! I can't pull the stupid pineapple out with my bare hands. This pineapple's really hard. I can't remember if that means it's ripe or not. That won't work. That won't work. Oh, pineapple's too sour for me. Why spend money on an expensive ramrod when you're a genius? Ha! The perfect improvised ramrod. That won't work. That was loud, but without the desired effect. A regular cannonball, nothing unusual. There's still some gunpowder in the cannon. If I use too much, the cannon could explode. Powder, good idea. Baking powder. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. The cannon is empty now. That won't work. That doesn't need... No. Every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy until you really need it. No, every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy. I only need a little piece of the fuse. Carl, you're an engineer.
I'm not that familiar.
Can you tell?
For one thing, it is important to pack down the powder to give it power. So a ramrod would be helpful.
You know, I think I even have an old ramrod on board. Now, where was it?
Oops.
What do you mean?
Just maybe.
Oh, no.
How should I say this?
Oh, great. Then I'll just have to... That was loud, but without the desired effect. A regular cannonball. Nothing unusual. That won't work. My good old reliable knife. You'd like that. That doesn't need to be powdered. That doesn't need to be... I don't think that'll work. That doesn't need to be... Better not. Last time I tried to cook, I got smooched by a No, every mighty adventurer knows some people just want to watch the world burn. But I'm not one of them. That won't work. I don't think that'll work. That doesn't seem to work. That won't work. Powder, good idea. Baking powder, that doesn't need to be powdered. There's still some gunpowder in the cannon. If I use too much, there's already a cannonball loaded. I should fire that first. I only need a little piece of the fuse. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired.
I never doubted you. Just keep...
Oh,
The entrance to the cave, the one remaining cannon, Amanda.
you know, I had to sell...
Whatever.
And I'm not an...
Water's flowing in it. but the cleft is too narrow to get... No, I'm not thirsty. I don't like pineapple, it tastes horrible. I'm not carrying around more than one. You'd like that. You'd like that. I don't like pineapple, it tastes horrible. I'm not carrying around more than one. That doesn't seem to work. No, every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy until you really need it. The bananas are hanging too high. The bananas are hanging too high. The obelisk seems to have a weak spot. That doesn't need to be powdered. No, every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy until you really need it. Hey, why the long... Oh, you want more bananas so you can continue? I'll see what I can do. I don't think that'll work. You never know how he might react. You never know how he might react. No, it would just make a terrible mess. And then I'd have to replace the smoke alarms again. That doesn't need to be powdered. That could be important later. No. Every mighty adventurer knows you keep the bucket handy until you really need it. No, every mighty adventurer knows... Yes, yes. My good old Is there anything more functional than a bucket? Yes, yes. Quality Chinese gunpowder. I have plenty of fuse. Even in the new century, nothing will... Some people would call it a pineapple on a stick. I call it an improvised ramrod. Some recipes for banana cake. There's a warning under each one. Take care when using baking powder. Never eat large amounts straight. It expands rapidly in the stomach. Ew. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That won't work. Some people just want to watch the world burn. That doesn't seem to work. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. That was loud, but without the desired effect. A regular cannonball. Nothing unusual. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired. I should try something else. That doesn't need to be powdered. I don't think that'll work. No, every mighty you'd like that. You'd like that. There's still some gunpowder in the cannon. If I use too much, the cannon could explode. I can't fire the cannon without a fuse. I only need a little piece of the fuse. There's already a fuse on the cannon. Powder, good idea. Baking powder, strange idea. That was loud, but without the desired effect. I've got enough fireworks to greet the new century. Wow, those are gigantic roots. Sometimes I feel as if I'm being steered just like the charming Princess too. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. Wow, those are gigantic roots. Water's flowing in it. Yep, wonderfully clear water. That could be important later. The entrance to the cave is closed. This plate can't be moved with muscle power alone. No, Every mighty adventurer knows you keep the buck. That doesn't seem to work. Sometimes I feel as if I'm being steered just like the charming Princess too. Sometimes I feel as if I'm being steered just like the charming Princess too.
Oh, you know,
Whatever.
and I'm not an.
A regular cannonball. Nothing unusual. Oh, even more bananas. I'm really starting to get sick of them. It's been a while since I last prepared a cannon to be fired.
I never...
What? The obelisk seems to have a weak spot. Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get through that way. What a beautiful day for adventures! This obelisk is covered with illegible Egyptian hieroglyphics. Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get through that way. I only need a little piece of the fuse. I've got a good feeling that everything's ready now. Let's choose a target to shoot at. That could be important later.
I thought a column that's thousands of years old would be a little more resilient.
Perhaps no one will notice.
If you cannot even show respect for the monuments of ancient cultures, I now have an explanation for the state of your ship.
That's all part of my plan. This event will surely help us in the future. Just watch and learn. All right, I know how to ready the cannon. I'll put the powder in the fuse here if I need to fire it again. There should be enough cannonballs for a few shots. Oops, that wasn't my intention.
I don't know, Jack, but somehow you seem to attract this kind of mishap.
Relax. Why climb up a boring flight of stairs when there's a much more thrilling way up an obelisk? Prepare yourselves. We're about to explore a cave. Incredible. I hit the banana tree without reducing it to firewood.
Great shot, Jack.
Shooting at a banana tree. That has a familiar ring to it, but why?
What do you think? I can't imagine anyone doing anything this crazy before.